everybody, and welcome back to the workshop. We have hit a massive stumbling block on this Range Rover Classic restoration. So we're straight back into work, minus some lights because I forgot them. If you remember, done this side, the rear cross member's done. We've just been cutting all that out. That is a new arch, that is a new boot side. This is a boot floor. I'm using this to measure the distance across here because, if you remember rightly, I've had to start cutting this out because this is the wrong panel. Not going to waste time trying to get another one or waste the money. I cut out that section, plate up the hole, and we'll make this fit. But I need to bring this in another 5.5 centimetres so this can all slide into place, start clamping it all down and start tack welding it in. So measure twice, cut once, as they say. So that's part of the boot floor, that's in the right place. We've got that distance, which is 5.25 centimetres, give or take, to make that in, so that's what that's got to do. Here is that boot floor. This is what I've been working on. So I've cut out the new piece for the correct filler, and I have welded what plate I've got back into the other one. I just need a little bit more plate to do here because this part is on back order. So there's no point in waiting for a part for the sake of patching some stuff up with some plate. To be honest, however, I might do this again. That's not what's stopping us, because obviously now that actually sort of fits. So here we are, loosely putting this in place. I'm just clamping stuff in place at the moment. How's that? So we cut out the new piece because this was a straight piece there, because this was for a different model, different engine or different year. And then we've filled up the one that was there. So it looks like that's kind of getting ready to put back together. Not, however, the stumbling block. The stumbling block is getting the panels. They are available kind of everywhere. It's kind of really good about these Range Rover Classics. There's such a cult following for them that the panels are available anywhere. Actually, no, it's not there's a cult following for them. It's they're always so rotten and so full of rust that you always need to replace the panels. I think is probably more realistic. Definitely a better way to put it. But either way, the panels are usually available everywhere, except this time of year. So I can't go any further with a certain amount of stuff until I get a certain panel. Because I think most people do know that I didn't start this project. Billy, who owns it, did. And there is a panel that he cut out which he did not keep, which I can't get before Christmas, and I can't do any more on one side until I get that in. So we come down to this side, stretch in, we can see this is obviously not all lined up. I'm just clamping that inner arch in place, that's the boot floor, see what needs flushing, and all the rest of it. Now, you come into here, you can see, again, you can see that it's not lined up yet, and you'll see all the bits which I'm going to have to weld together. And what you can see, if I can make that stick, so I got light. You going to stay? Go on, there we go. It is, yeah, thanks for that. I was about to say take two and it moved, really. All my filming lights are elsewhere. Okay, this might stay. What you should be able to see at this point, if the focus goes in, right, there we go, is you can see this inner lower arch goes into the back of the sill down here, and of course where I've cut it out, I've undone the spot welds along here and kept it going down here because I want to save this piece, and then we can do the weld. I can do the welding along here, do the weld along here when it's all lined up properly, And I've saved this panel because there's no rot in it, and even down at the bottom there is obviously something still on the back of the sill there, but that will likely be, we'll end up cutting that out and then patching that rather than doing the entire panel. The other side, not so much. We come down to here, we can see I've actually done, well, we know what I've done on the inside. Inside's all done here, that's fine, we're wonderful, we're moving around. That's all looking good. So what you can see in here, I'm not smashing the camera against the metalwork of this vehicle, is that lower inner arch is not there. Billy's taken it off, and the reason for that is the back of the sill, and you can see here, there is rot on that body mount. That's not a bad thing to get to that, but he did not save this piece. Maybe it's rotten, I don't know, and he hasn't got another one. And I need, without that, I literally cannot get this vehicle through its roadworthy test. Ignore everything else. Without that panel in, it's not going to pass. Again, maybe from up here you can see better. You can see down there to that inner arch, which is all exposed. Come on, focus in the right place. And then that side, it's all there. But you can actually see why that rust, because you can see all the stuff collects on the back of this. I mean, look at all of that. Such a bad design. Everything just collects there. Okay, so I need one of them. So that will, if I can't get that part, that will stop this being on the road for Christmas and meeting that bit of a fun deadline. There's still a distinct possibility. There's, do you know what, I believe in Christmas miracles. Maybe that part will arrive before Christmas. I'm going to carry on with everything else in the meantime. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and spend a bit of time this evening, see if I can find anywhere that's got one of those in stock with fast delivery. The other thing I'm going to do is I might just at the same time see if I do find that, if any other company has got the actual correct panel for that in the boot side, because do you know what, I'm doing all of this work and then you're plating up a piece and cutting pieces out rather than it fitting perfectly, which seems a little bit fine to do, absolutely fine to do if you can't find the stuff. But if you can find it, you can find the panels, why muck around for the sake of, well, if it's not massive money anyway. So it's very unlikely to be roadworthy by Christmas. But always like an outside possibility. There is still a slim chance. It's horrible weather. It's raining. Certainly got nothing better to be doing in my time than working into the wee hours on this if the stuff arrives. So I spend a bit of time on the computer. If anybody watching knows where I can find the correct floor panel for the right-hand side of that with the filler cap hole in the correct place and that left-hand rear lower inner arch, and quickly in France, please leave a comment. Please do leave a comment. Other than that, I'm going to spend some time tonight trying to find the stuff, make a plan of action, and see if I can get everything else done, and then just come back to that one arch, which would leave me the possibility that this still could happen. What am I going to do? 24 welds of Christmas? Who knows? But thanks for watching. See you next time. Leave a comment just leave a comment if you want to. Thank you so much. Bye now.